What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And Cowboys Nation, you might want to sit down for this because what is brewing right now could shake the entire NFL to its core. I'm talking about a potential blockbuster that would instantly change the identity of the Dallas Cowboys. This isn't just another rumor floating around in the offseason. This is the kind of move that defines eras. So before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop a like. Because if this actually happens, you're going to want to say you were here when it first started gaining real momentum. We are talking about the very real possibility of TJ Watt landing with the Dallas Cowboys. And if that doesn't get your heart racing, I don't know what will. Let's set the stage properly, because moves like this don't just materialize out of thin air. The Cowboys have been knocking on the door for years. Talented roster, star power on offense, playmakers on defense. Yet every single season, something falls apart in January. The frustration has been building. You can feel it in the fan base. You can see it in the body language after playoff exits. And more importantly, you can hear it in the tone of Jerry Jones when he speaks publicly. Patience is running thin. The window to win with this core is not infinite. And when an organization reaches that point, that's when bold decisions get made. Now imagine pairing that urgency with the availability, even if it's just theoretical at this stage, of one of the most dominant defensive players of this generation. TJ Watt is not just a good pass rusher, he is a defensive wrecking ball. During his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, he has consistently been the engine of their defense. We're talking about a player who tied the single-season sack record with 22.5 sacks in 2021, matching what Michael Strawn accomplished decades earlier. That's not just impressive, that's historic territory. That's Hall of Fame pace. And it's not just sacks. It's strip sacks in clutch moments. It's forced fumbles that flip momentum. It's batting down passes at the line on 3rd and long. It's chasing down quarterbacks from the backside when the play looks dead. Watt doesn't disappear in big games. He amplifies in them. He dictates protections. Offensive coordinators lose sleep over him. You don't block TJ Watt with one guy and hope for the best. You slide protection. You chip with tight ends. You keep running backs in. And even then, he still finds a way home. Now think about what that does for Dallas. The Cowboys already have talent across the defensive front. But what they've lacked at times is that singular, undeniable force that changes the geometry of the field. The last time Dallas had that type of presence consistently was during the prime of DeMarcus Ware. When Ware lined up, offenses adjusted before the snap. That's the kind of respect Watt commands. Plug him into that defensive scheme, and suddenly every other pass rusher is seeing more one-on-one matchups. Suddenly quarterbacks are speeding up their reads. Suddenly turnovers start coming in bunches. Financially, yes, it would be massive. Watt is paid like an elite defender because he is one. But the Cowboys have maneuvered the cap before. They've restructured deals. They've created space when necessary. If the front office truly believes this is the piece that pushes them from contender to champion, they will find the math. And from league chatter, there's a sense that this isn't some fantasy cooked up by fans. There have been real internal discussions. Real evaluations of cost versus reward. And the reward here is transformative. Let's talk about the NFC landscape. You've got the Philadelphia Eagles loading up every year, the San Francisco 49ers consistently building physical, playoff-ready rosters, and the Detroit Lions emerging as a legitimate powerhouse. If Dallas wants to survive that gauntlet, let alone dominate it, they need an edge, literally and figuratively. Watt gives them that. In tight postseason games where one sack can swing everything, he's the guy you trust to deliver. And don't underestimate the locker room impact. Watt is known for relentless preparation. Film junkie, weight room warrior, high motor every snap. Bringing that mindset into a building reinforces accountability. It raises the standard. When your superstar practices like a fringe roster player fighting to make the team, it sets a tone. That tone can carry you through adversity in December and into the chaos of January football. Of course, skeptics will say the price would be too high. Multiple first-round picks? Possibly, maybe more. But here's the reality. Draft picks are projections. Watt is production. Proven, elite, game-altering production. Windows in the NFL close fast. Roster cores age. Contracts balloon. Opportunities vanish. If Dallas believes this is their moment, waiting for a rookie to develop over 3 years might not align with that timeline. Sometimes you push the chips to the center of the table. There's also buzz that Watt wouldn't oppose a move to Dallas. The idea of playing for the Cowboys, under the lights at AT&T Stadium, wearing the star, competing on one of the biggest stages in sports, that appeals to elite competitors. The spotlight doesn't scare them. It fuels them. And if there's mutual interest, that smooths out one of the biggest hurdles in any blockbuster deal. Imagine opening week. Watt in silver and blue. The crowd roaring. Opposing quarterbacks glancing nervously to their blind side. National media talking about Dallas not as a maybe, not as a dark horse, but as a favorite. That's what a move like this does. It shifts perception instantly. It sends a message across the league that the Cowboys are done being almost good enough. Now, nothing is official. Trades this massive require alignment on compensation, cap structure, timing. They can collapse at the final hour. But the fact that there is credible smoke here tells you something. Ambition is present. Aggression is present. And in today's NFL, calculated aggression is often the difference between watching the Super Bowl and playing in it. So, Cowboys Nation, how do you feel? Do you mortgage future draft capital for a generational pass rusher? Do you trust the front office to make the cap work? Because if this happens, the ripple effects will be felt league-wide. This wouldn't just be another offseason headline. It would be a declaration. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what trade package you'd be willing to give up. Let me know how you think Watt would fit into this defense. And if you're as fired up as I am about the possibility of seeing TJ Watt wearing the star, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and smash that like button, because we are covering every twist and turn of this story. If this blockbuster goes down, you'll hear it here first. Stay locked in, Cowboys Nation. Big things might be coming.